Hello, my people. I hope you're fine wherever you are. I am also okay. Yes, I am so happy to be back once again. And today, I am not here to talk about Airbnb. I'm giving you guys a break. Don't go too heavy for this episode. Today is story time. We are just going to have, just a story, a experience that I believe and I know you will learn something from it. So if this is your first time seeing this face, my name is Nelly Tietie and I'm so happy to welcome you to our family. And if you know you've been here, either you joined us recently or you've been here since day one, asante sana. I am so humbled and thankful that you're here to give me support to this dream that I have. So before we continue, if you know you haven't subscribed, kindly click that subscribe button and don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment. So I know most of you have ever asked me this question, or rather, I just thought of talking about this thing because it's something that either my friends or people that I know have been working towards it. And I am talking about relocating, looking for greener pastures. And I know all of you know that people move, or even the ones who are planning to relocate now or have it as an idea, you have your own reasons of why you want to relocate. Some people, maybe they're looking for greener pastures. Okay, you've not been able to get a job here, or maybe you have a job but it can't sustain you and your family, and you're like, why not? Watu wametoka huko nje na wamemanage, I can also give it a try. And some people, situations too, like, life happens and different things happen. So people relocate because of so many reasons. But you know what I said about this channel? I am learning from you, you're learning from me. So most of the time when I come here and talk, I'm talking out of experience. I don't like coming with a topic that I know nothing about, and then I just start talking out of assumptions. That's why I prefer talking things that I'm experiencing. I love talking about Airbnb so much because that is what I'm so much into. I will talk about construction because that is something that I've gone through. I will talk about, this deco and stuff because that is something I do. And now I am just so glad to give you a glance. I'm giving you instances of what I've been through so that you learn from them, or either you just take them up and also face it. Because kama mimi niliface, I'm sure hata wewe unaweza face. So guys, 2014 is when I decided that I needed to relocate. And for me, it wasn't because of, looking for greener pastures. I wasn't doing, I wouldn't say that I was at a perfect place, but I would just say I was okay. Like, I was fine. Because the job I had was a good job. Yes, but because of unexplainable situations that maybe I'll talk about in future, I had to relocate, and that was the best decision that I ever took. So idea imenikujia and I'm like, Nelly, the best thing for you to do is to just vanish. Like, you just have to go. Ushaifika ile state yenye you're going through something and yani unaangalia right, unaangalia left, unajaribu kuangalia your past, you're trying to figure out your future, and you're like, no, in this specific place that I'm standing now, I won't manage to move in either of the sides. Yani mimi by the way, mimi nimekwama. Mimi hapa mali nimefika, I'm at the edge. Yes, so I think at some point I was in a certain situation and I didn't have an option than to relocate. But sasa wase, unataka ku relocate and you have a permanent job. How are you even going to tell your family that I am relocating to go and look for another job in another country and I have a permanent job here? Yani, you're leaving a permanent job to go and, hustle. You're not even sure if you'll get that job. like you don't know what is going to happen, but you're just like hiyo side ingine inaweza yani wacha let me go to uncertainties than reality yenye niko ndani yenye nimeshindwa kujisustain in. So I made a decision that I want to relocate. And where was I going? I was going to UAE, United Arab Emirates. Yes, I was going to Dubai. And the reason why I had Dubai in mind and not any other country, it's because for the longest time, even when I was in high school, I used to really, really dream of becoming a cabin crew. And I remember the first flight I ever used in my life was KLM, and I was like, wow, in love, until the day I used Emirates. And also the fact that there were some Kenyans who were working in that company, I knew it was possible. Like, I knew it was possible to also work in it. So that is why I derived love for Dubai. And I remember the first time I went to Dubai, before now relocating, I had gone once. I had gone for that same cabin crew interview job that I had applied online. I did my online interview, then I was invited over and I went, but I didn't get it. And you see, as much as I didn't get that job, I had already learned a lot about Dubai already. And I was in love with that city. I was just in love already with that city, specifically Dubai, not UAE, because I had just gone to Dubai. Yeah, so I came back, and after some time I made that decision of relocating. And because I knew there is a friend that we had grown together, she's the one I was asking for advice, you know, how do I come, blah 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 blah. And she was too fast to tell me, just send this amount of money, I'll do everything for you. I remember I sent her money. It was around either April or March, April there. I went to Dubai in December 6th. So you can imagine, from March, April until December, I was just there being told, you know, now this place, people are going through Ramadan, so nothing is happening, so chill, I'll chill. Remember, at this time when I'm sending money, I've already given my company, you know, that letter of I am going and stuff. I had not really resigned, but I had given out this letter of unpaid leave, they call it that way. So by the time I was going, barua hata ilikuwa isha whatever juu, that was already past 6 months. But either way, I went. And guys, naenda Dubai, sijui naenda kuanzia wapi kutafuta kazi, but mimi huko ndio nimedecide naenda. It wasn't rosy, and the first thing that will make you understand why I'm saying it wasn't rosy is because even the first day that I landed in Dubai, I slept at the airport. Okay, for now, let's laugh about it. But the reality is, it wasn't like that sweet experience for me. And also, I didn't tell anyone. Yes. I didn't tell my partner, I didn't tell my family that I was stranded. Because mimi ni ule msee. Mimi ni ule msee. Sasa ndanzeje kuambia nimekwama. And then they're back home. What will they even do? Like, watanisaidia aje? And guys, what I'm just telling you is, that is where masaibu yangu ya kuland Dubai ilianzia. There is a lot that happened between my time of landing, sleeping at the airport, then coming out of the airport, where I stayed until I got a job. I landed in Dubai on 6th December. I got a job during Valentine's, February 14th. So for those 2 months before I got a job, guys, there was extremely so much, of which I will also share in future, not now. But yeah, I landed in Dubai. I went through whatever I went through until the day I got a job. And the first question, of course, comes in. So Nelly, how did you get a job? Wase, kila mtu na grace yake. Kila mtu na grace yake, kila mtu na nyota yake. By the way, when you go outside the country, hapo ni Mungu wako anakuokoa. Na let me just say, I don't know, but anyway, how did I get a job? So I'm here, I've landed in Dubai, and definitely, you know, you always have 3 months, because they always it is a must. If you're going to look for a job you haven't gotten, you go with this 3 months visa. So I have 3 months, and you see, in these 3 months, nimeshaenda nimemaliza the first December. You know, December ni celebration mood and you know all those things. And now January I set in. Of course in December I used to do, you know, these online applications and stuff. There are so many jobs online. Like when you want to apply, you'll apply to even 1,000. But of course, kuitwa, utaitwa, maybe utapata 10, ama you know those things to go for interviews now before you get the main job. And I did the online applications. I walked around with CVs. I will talk about how to make CVs in another episode if you'll be interested in these story time episodes. Yeah, so I had my CVs. I could walk around to, you know, we decide like today we are going on this street. On that specific street, sasa unaenda kwa kila company you enter, you leave your CV at the reception. Sometimes you'll get those kind of receptionists who don't even care. Unatoka hivi hata before ufike uingie kwa lift, unaona tu karatasi yako imekunjwa, imerushwa. And there is nothing you will do. There is nothing you'll do about it. Of course, you'll move to the next building and stuff. So we used to walk around, drop our CVs in companies, nini and stuff. If you see anywhere they have written, you know, they're looking for whoever, you go and make that CV, come and drop it. Until one day, I went for a walk-in. There's a friend of mine who told me about a walk-in. Walk-in interviews are those ones that they just advertise and then they're like, if you know you can do it, if the requirements, you fit the requirements, you can go and try. Like they don't have this thing of only those selected will come for interviews. So you just walk in, just the way it's called. So I was sent whatever for a walk-in, a certain interview that was a walk-in, and we planned the next day to go. Niliamka mapema. I was there very early. But my early wasn't as early as the other people's early. Because I went early. But I still found a queue that I couldn't even see where I was going. Yani, it was very far. I don't even know how I can tell you like how far. I'm not good with distances. But when I tell you it was far, it was far. Like nakutana na line, and then I'm trying to look at where that line ends, and you can't tell. I tried walking a bit kwenda hivyo mbele, and I wasn't even seeing the end. We stayed there, na unajua tu Dubai, the weather manze unachomeka kwa hiyo jua tulisimama. I think sijui for how many hours, and I was just like I was not born for this. I cannot do it. I left. I didn't manage to have that interview. I went back home and I told my friend, to be sincere, I'm not sure if I can get a job in Dubai at this rate. Because mimi, I don't have that patience ya kwenda kwa line kusimama for those hours. And also this walking around and dropping CVs was it was now frustrating me. So I decided, my savior, volleyball. I am a professional volleyball player. I will talk about that again one time when I'm going to meet my teammates, you know, we have a moment and stuff. But yes, so I decided I'm not going for walk-ins. I'm not going to walk around giving out CVs. I'm just going to do online applications. And also I'm going now to look for a team and, you know, just have fun, play until the time my 3 months are over. I'll come back home and go back to the company I was working for, because I had not resigned yet. So the team that I got, and big shout out to Esperia volleyball team in Dubai. I really love you guys until today. Like, that team became family to me. And I went there, trained with them for some few days, and we had our first tournament. I think I had not even trained with them for more than 2 weeks. I think it was 1 week or less than 2 weeks. Yeah, so we had our first tournament.
Nice. Bravo Nelly, very nice set.
And I got the best setter, and I was so happy. Like, sasa unajua sasa ndio unaingia, and then you see I was the only black. So of course at first kuna kale ka inferiority complex, kuna kale ka kitu ka, do I really fit here, blah 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 and stuff. But after getting the best setter and, you know, making friends, I was just feeling okay. I was just at home. And during that closing ceremony, I remember now the person who became my CEO was there, and he was the main sponsor. That company was the main sponsor for that team. And guys, 1 + 1 = 2. That is how I got a job. because our main sponsor, you know, he just loved the way I was playing. And then my coach was like, if we get this black girl, we are going to carry the trophy. Akanipandishia hapo, and you know, God did what he can do, and I got that job. I was told to take my papers the following week, because that was on a Saturday, and now the following week I took my papers, had an interview, and that is how I got my job. And my job was a blessing, and God worked with me, because I had so much favor. I got favor from God, and I got favor from man. And I will talk about my life working in Dubai for the few years I was there. If you'll be interested in these story time episodes, I will give you my experience of working in Dubai, how it was and all that, because guys, it was growth after growth. And of course, the reason why I decided to come back home and all those things, like, I am ready for story time, and I hope until this specific time you have learned something. And what I will just say, the main thing that I would want you to learn from today's episode is, if you have dreams, go for them. Don't be afraid. You know, maybe things are not working for you, and you're just like, I would really wish to do this, but pia uko na uoga ya what if. Leave the what ifs, go for it. If it doesn't work, that is part of life. Go for another thing until we make it. And I think that is just the reason, or I think that is the main reason for my growth. I go for it. I don't care. If it doesn't work, eka kando, take another wheel, ride it until to wherever it takes you. Otherwise, guys, I'm so happy to have you here, and I have really enjoyed telling you this story. I hope for more stories. Bye, guys.